Hi, everybody. Welcome to the January Teen Push Play It Forward call. We are doing some planning and marketing strategy on this call, which is kind of fun and cool. And it sounds very fancy and professional, but it's just a term that, basically helps you plan better so you can continue to move your business forward even when life gets in the way, shit hits the fan, and we have a plan in place. I remember when I first started coaching, and I did well off the bat because I had a coach who was just like, let's run a challenge group. But every single month we started just running challenge groups and we had no rhyme or reason to our business. And that was a huge demise to me. So then I set my feet into a little place called Coach Summit, and I learned that having a monthly plan, but more so than that, even now having a quarterly plan is everything. And when a lot of coaches talk about consistency, that's what they're referring to. I think that us as coaches, especially new coaches, I know I used to beat myself up because I worked full-time, or even when I had a baby, I always felt like I'm not consistent every day. I can't be a good coach because I can't do the same thing every day. I can't post 3 to 5 times a day, which is crazy. We're not even doing that anymore, unless you're in your Instagram stories. But consistency really means what you're doing on a monthly basis. Not every day is going to look the same, and your business can still operate if you do not invite people every day. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying there is a way around it, so you don't have to feel like you're drowning in your own life by planning monthly, planning weekly, and if you aren't perfect in a day, you're still going to be successful. Are you okay? Who knows? Toddlers. I gave her ice cream for this call. She got ice cream last 2 nights, you guys. Just freaking killing this whole single mom thing, aren't I? Anyways. Hi, Katie. Who else jumped on? So I'm going to share a little presentation with you guys. And then really, I want to make sure that we get a bunch of things done. So what we're doing moving forward into, 2019, I want everybody to feel good, feel excited. This month has started off awesome already, thanks to all of you guys. Hi, Henry. And it's just been amazing to see everybody like fly off the gate and be on fire again. I mean, I don't know about you guys, these new launches just bring us all to life. But, finalize some things for Team Cup. We will talk about dates, like of everything dropping, because we have that. I have some team call schedule stuff that we can discuss. And I really, put a bunch of stuff together, but I want it to be like an open discussion because this team operates not just by me, but with you guys. And I want to make sure that I know I miss stuff all the time. I'm the type of leader that's not going to say that I know it all, and I don't. And I can't do everything alone. That's for sure. And I hope you guys always go into it with that same mindset. And when you start building a team or, doing things on your own, I want you to be able to see how even I do it so you can one day do what I'm doing. Because I'm telling you now, right now, you guys, I had no formal training in being a coach. And what I do has all been by trial and error. And I will promise to share the good, bad, and ugly with you. And you just do the same with your people, and they're going to respect you the same, and you will build a team the same way I did. All right, sharing my screen. Anybody else have anything they wanted to cover on the call that I might have not mentioned yet? No? Okay. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Just let me know if anybody give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Yeah, thanks, Erica. Okay, you're the first one I saw, so you win. Okay. All right. So first things first, what is a marketing plan? It's basically just kind of what I said. I want to make sure that you guys know that going into 2019, we have some awesome stuff coming up. For me, I know that I haven't been consistent with our schedule. I've had a crazy past year, but I am not going to use that as an excuse anymore because I found some ways to hold myself accountable, even as a leader, to you guys, so I actually show up and stick to the schedule, which is amazing. And I want you guys to do the same because everybody's human. You're not going to always be perfect, but one of the things that we really didn't have is a monthly new coach training. And I know that we have it through our upline. Lindsay, Amanda, and whoever else always run our team, new coach trainings. But I have a lot of you guys are blowing up and want to blow up your business. And I don't know about you, but sometimes it felt very distant for me to have like my coach's coach somebody else. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if I would do it that way. And it wasn't really a control thing. I just felt like I should have been more involved in the process. And I have decided that I'm going to team up with one other team, Courtney Anderson, and her team is very similar to ours, like where we're at, as far as like building new leaders and having new coaches on board all the time. Courtney and I are a year apart where we started our journey, but she's very similar to me in how I run a business. And not to mention, you guys, I'm going to talk to you about her in a minute, but she owns another business herself. She's taking Shalene Johnson's Marketing Impact Academy. She spent like $2,000 on it. This chick knows her shit. She is very successful at what she does already. She's a sober living person. I speak the world of her only because she's really smart with business. So she's going to be a great segue. And we're going to find a way to get all of you guys involved in these new coach trainings and know what to do when you sign up a coach. So you're no longer going to have that fear of like, I signed up a coach. What do I do? How do I do this? And because we want you guys to make sure you're set in that. And a lot of it is just you being scared of, whatever. I've been there. So this is kind of like not very organized. I was just like writing as I was typing, just being real with you guys. But I want, a marketing plan is going to help us with the new coach training. The last week of every month, I'm going to do an email blast and kind of like I've taught a lot of you guys how to do MailChimp, but just getting in the idea of that might be something you want to do. If you don't feel like you're at that point in your business, you don't have to. I'm doing this in place of a free group, and I will explain that coming forward. So we're going to talk about call schedule, hitting Success Club in the first half of the month and why that's so important. So you're not scrambling the last 2 days if maybe you feel like that now. And then, the second half of the month is going to be converting coaches to customers. So that's really what this call is going to be about. I know that I've had a lot of questions lately in my inbox about building a team. And I think this really scares people because I know it scared me. And I want you guys to know that in the short term, what it takes to build a team is this. Like I made this in like 3 or 4 minutes. I Googled a bunch of pictures and it's so funny because I was like, it's you use the products, you share them, you invite people to whatever you're doing, whether it be a challenge group, whether it be drinking daily sunshine, whether it be drinking Energize, and then you grow as a person. So you grow every single day. You grow in showing up for your workout and you get stronger. That's growth. You grow in learning something new on an app. That's growth. You grow in having the courage to invite somebody else. All of these things are things you can share on social media, and they are all intertwined, you guys. Sometimes we get really, really stuck in the shiny objects, and we think that we're supposed to be doing A, B, and C. And don't get me wrong, there are groundwork things that you have to lay, but I don't want you guys to ever think that the vital behaviors aren't what moves your business forward. Inviting people, using the products, sharing your journey on social media, and just growing yourself. In other words, recognizing yourself, recognizing that somebody else is growing. This is it. This is how you build a team over and over again. And as much as you watch those fucking top coaches and look at their Instagram feeds and what filters they're using and what they're saying in their Instagram stories and what their verbiage is, they are doing the same shit as this. They do the same thing. So I don't ever want you guys to compare yourself or compare your journey, and it will take you a while to get there, because it took me almost 3 years to be comfortable with who I am and where I was in this business, to know that I have something to offer better than Ashley Molstead or like Mel, or whatever her name is. What's top coach? Oh my God, Melanie Mitro. I don't think I'm better than her, but I'm like, man, she's just like me. she's no better or at anything. She just found a system that worked for her and got out of her own way. Okay. So, what's going on? We know all of this stuff. I'm really just doing this as a recap, and I'm going to share this stuff with you. But the big things that we should know right now is that there are a couple things that are left for this month. So Team Beachbody Cup registration. I just want to make sure everybody on this call, we haven't missed anybody who wants to register. We just have to set up, like, it looks like 2 teams. We might need to grab another like person or 2. But Transform 20 early access is going to end, I want to say doesn't it say the 31st? I have a feeling they're going to extend it. Does anybody know that off the top of their head? I don't remember. If you're not in the test group, get in the test group. And then the last few days to get your summit ticket, this is going to be the cheapest price. It's just going to go up from here. So if you haven't gotten it, guys, you will not regret it. I reserved a room. You can stay with me. I don't have anybody in my room right now. I don't care who it is. I'm pretty cool. I like to drink. I'll leave you alone. I don't take much room to sleep. I do not snore. I'm just saying you will not regret going to Coach Summit. So if you're watching this as a recording or you're on right now and you don't have a ticket, I really want you to consider going, because there's no one on this call. How many people on this call would go to Coach Summit over again? Give me a show of hands. Yeah. It's awesome. It's going to change your perspective on life in general and the way you view this business and how attainable it is for you to rock it. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. I think that's about it. So Team Cup, Jackie has a team. On here, I can't see everybody. Katie, you need a team. Steph's on a team. Amy, did you want to be on a team? I didn't ask you this. I did, but I don't think you answered me.
Sorry, my computer's being weird.
You just
no,
say
I don't
it.
think I'm on a team at all. So if anybody needs somebody on the team, I'll join.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to message you, Katie, Lindsay. Erica is in. Lindsay's in, and we will sort that out, because I think I just need to add a few other people. If anybody is new, I'm going to volunteer myself as to be like a leader on that team. Because me and Lindsay Magno don't necessarily need to be on the team unless we want to crush skulls and like win Success Club prizes. Me, her, and Jackie said that. And same thing with like Katie Wells, you could lead a team. Because like anybody that's hit over Success Club 10, you're just going to be in major competition mode. Even you, Jen. And so we will sort that out just for time's sake. So I wanted to give a couple shout outs to people really quick. Lindsay Magno is at Success Club 28, you guys. Like, what is that? The highest I've ever hit was 27, and that was like a complete fluke, but that is not easy to do. And you have I don't even know how you did that, but congratulations. That's amazing. I also wanted to give a shout out to Jamie Lincoln and Jenna Hart, because Jamie Lincoln is in the running for Diamond, you guys. If she holds it, she's hitting Diamond, which is exciting. So look out for that. We know it's going to happen. Jenna, congratulations for hitting Emerald. And then I just really want to give you guys all a shout out for thank you so much for stepping up with the launch, and Happy New You. Happy New You is killing it. You guys rock. And there's a few of you who've never run a challenge group, and I'm really proud of you guys. So thank you. And I couldn't do this without you guys. I already told you about the new coach workshop. At the end, I'm going to share with you kind of like the outline of what that looks like, because I really want to make sure we get all the planning stuff done. Talked about the Team Cup. Coach Camp is a big deal. Another thing that I'm going to touch base on is that is another huge thing. I want to say Christina Sullen spent she said somewhere around like 20 grand in a call on this event. So she's not messing around. So this event is going to be filled with training. If you're in the Chicagoland area, or even if you're in Michigan or somewhere drivable, this will be worth the money for you to come. It's a month away, so you have some time to plan. Also, if you cannot make it for whatever reason, I would encourage you to join like the online thing. And no matter what, why I'm saying Coach Camp is so important. They're doing something different this time, which most of you know, but they are offering just the workout for anybody to come. So you don't have to be a coach. It can be any challenger. So if you have friends or family in Chicago or people you just think that might like be on the edge with Beachbody, or like they're awesome challengers and you think they want to come to an event, you guys, this workout is going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. It's Christina Sullen's live. They're all like live trainers, and it's $20 to come. I see somebody in the chat. Can we pay to tune in via Skype? I think it's free to tune in. Yeah. She ordered, like, she's hired like a cameraman, and I think she's just gonna stream it live into like United Coach collaboration. So Lindsay, well, that's a good question. I'm gonna find that out for you. But yeah, you guys just invite people to this workout. I've already invited like 14 people from the live workout, and everybody keeps telling me no because it's in Itasca, but who cares? Because they're gonna be like, most people were like, no, but can you tell me about the next one because they couldn't come or something. Trust me, just you get there and you see this vibe and this energy, bring your sister, bring your brother. I don't care who you bring, dude, they're gonna love it. They're going to love the workout, and they're gonna love the energy, and they're gonna be like, wow, it's an easy door for you to open to build your business. Trust me. It's just one of those things that you're not going to need to say much. They're going to be like, what are you doing? You make money doing this? And you're going to be like, hell fucking yeah, I do. Sorry. Anyways, featured. Fruit Punch Energize is coming out next month. That's a big thing to know. So if you're not talking about Energize, start talking about it now. Lindsay Gray and I are working on some projects together because it's something that I've been my eyes on for a while. We're doing an event together for our entire team. Mostly, I want to do it for you guys to invite more people into this opportunity, and obviously for the better part of the team. But every single month we're going to feature a new product of the month in Goal Getters for people to like try and for us to promote on social media. So I'm giving you a heads up on that. I still have to go live in Goal Getters about it and explain it, but it's really just going to help you and encourage your customers. Like we might do like put a link tree little thing. If you have a link tree on Instagram, if you have an email list, we're going to shoot it out and say, this month's product is going to be energized, or this month's product is going to be green. So look for something like that. It's on its way. All right. Next. Let's look at the year ahead. There's a lot happening, you guys. And yeah, I know, right? The product thing, I feel like we tried to do something like this before, didn't we, Lindsay? So we like laid out a bunch of products for the year, and like they're all coinciding with like what's happening in that year, or like in that month kind of thing. So like Energize is going to be next month because the Fruit Punch is rolling out. So people order that automatically, and then the next month's going to be Recover and whatever. So we'll explain that, but it's going to be awesome. So looking 1 year ahead, I would say this, guys, as we go into like this whole planning thing and the planning session, I want you to know that how I go about like planning and what I do is really simple, and it's nothing crazy. I have a notebook that I carry around with me like all the time. I'm not a huge organizational freak. Not calling you freaks. I'm just not good at it. I feel like there's some people in here where like, how people think we're fitness freaks, but we don't really I think of that with people that are really organized because we don't understand them. And I'm just not like
Make America Great Again.
I can hear people talking, so can we just make sure we're on mute?
Making sure that's not a bad thing. Everyone knows.
Okay, got it. We're good. Sorry, I don't know what that was. So anyways, sorry, I'm not calling anybody freaks. I'm just saying how I do planning, and it seems to work for me. Do I fall short? Yes. Is I do a brain dump on paper. I do this with journaling. It helps me like process through things, and then I'm able to look at everything and kind of like plan it out and just move forward there. So if you don't know how to get any of your ideas like in one place, or you think of something and you're like, oh, I forgot about that, and then it comes up again 3 months later, I have a notepad that I use called InkPad, and I literally it's one document and I dump everything in there, or I dump it in my notebook. And every time I'm going to plan ahead, I use these two things. if you haven't figured out your vision already, I really encourage you to do that, because your vision is going to be something that brings you to tears, you guys, and can be able to help you plan ahead. So for example, one of my goals this year is to hit a 5-star diamond and be an elite team. But I can't do that by just doing what I'm doing now. So you're going to see me level up, which means that I know that every single week, think about it this way. I'm not trying to intimidate everybody, but if an elite coach probably has, I don't know how many coaches, but they have to recruit a certain amount of coaches a month. So if I were to say, like I did to Jackie and Lindsay, or whoever, the leaders on this team, I'm going to recruit one coach and into every single week. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to explain to you what reverse engineering is, but I keep hearing like weird shit in the background. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm boring. Somebody's like yawning in the background. We're all just tired though. Anyways, that was funny. But my point is, one of my goals was this, and this could be it for you, because it's just standard that if you invite 50 people to the opportunity, probably 10 are going to say yes. And when I say the opportunity, I mean the business opportunity. So my goal originally was to invite and enroll one discount coach or one working coach every single week. That's only 52 coaches. That might seem like a lot, but if I invite 52 coaches, the chances of 52 coaches working are literally, that's like never going to happen. There's probably going to be about 5% of that. And that goes the same for inviting to challenge groups. If challenge groups are not really your forte, maybe you use that reverse engineering in your challenge groups. Like maybe you expect yourself to get one challenge group or one challenger every single week. That's 52 challengers in a year. That's a lot. That means that you're helping 4 people every single month and you're automatically hitting Success Club. But why your vision is important and what you really want out of this business and why it would move you and what finances it would bring, and breaking that down is really going to help you plan where you're at. If you need help with that, I would recommend talking to your coach, reaching out to me, having a one-on-one call with them, and really deciding like what number is going to make you move. If you're a money person, fine. If you're not a money person, I wasn't when I started this business. I just wanted to change people's lives. One of my bigger visions is to help 15 women make a full-time income from Beachbody. That's more important to me than the elite thing, than the whatever, getting to grab Carl Deichler's butt. But if you can figure out a way to do that, you are gold. Hi, babe.
Have a different show?
Sure. Here, you can have my phone. All right, so the events that are happening this year are going to be a huge part of your planning. There you go, boo. So these are some of the things. Not all of these will pertain to you guys, but I did want to list them out because for any of you that like want to hit diamond and go past that, there's a new leadership conference where I'm going to, and you'll see my journey, but I get to go to corporate and tour Beachbody and meet Carl Deichler and like all the big dudes there, and like tour where they make Shakeology and all this cool stuff. There's Coach Camp. There's a Success Club trip, which everybody should try to opt in for right now if you have not. Super Weekend happens every quarter. It's just like Super Saturday, if you've ever heard of that, but it's usually that weekend now. Growing with Grit is going to be the coach event that we host in May. There'll be more on that later. I've already kind of talked about that. And then Summit. So these are some big things coming. And then there's also like the new launches. So when you're looking ahead, you definitely want to, like the first thing I did was brain dump, look back at all the dates of the year. And in my planning calendar, which is completely across my house, no big deal right now, I don't need it. But like, you're going to want to put out like the dates for the launches. I don't have those because I don't know if we've even been given those. But, you know, just have those in the back of your mind. So what things are set in stone right now? What do you need to plan around with traveling? And these are going to be some of the obstacles that come in your way, because when you travel and stuff, or you have big events coming, you want to be able to prepare around them, right? So this is one thing that comes with planning. Now let's strategize together, like what's working, what we're doing. And I said at the top of the call earlier that planning out your month is going to be key to your success. So if you're not doing that right now, it is totally okay. But I will be honest, this is the easiest thing to do to help you start making money. It's not hard. It's just about sitting down on a Sunday, brain dumping, and really just getting focused and organized and really looking at what you want to do. So for our team, and what that you can invite to every single month, is there is always going to be a new coach workshop, meaning that all new coaches that start with our team and our downline, or everybody on this call, anybody that has a new coach is going to be the first week of the month. The second week of the month is going to be preseason for challenge groups, because they're going to start the third week of the month. So we're going to do it the week before. There's always going to be a challenge group, right? That's kind of what we've been doing. It's working. I have to give a huge shout out to Jackie and Lindsay for even helping me. I'm not like the creator of this, but it's what's been working in these challenge group sneak peeks. If you haven't done them or tried them yet, it's a really great way to help you get people in these challenge groups. So like that should be the week before. I screwed up with that. But here's the thing. You can be a little bit lenient with that because it depends on where your people are. But I would say you want to do the first week of the month is going to be your new coach and workshop begins. And then you're going to do the preseason for the challenge groups the second week. The third week is the challenge group begins. And the fourth week is going to be always like a sneak peek. All right. Now, the cool part is the second week of the month in Goal Getters, they are always hosting a free group. So when I post like our monthly calendar and I share that, just know that coinciding with that, Lindsay Gray does a really great job at marketing planning as well. And she shares her exact schedule, which is pretty much this, but in between that does a free group. And she even does like daily posts, like things that you can share on social media if you're stuck. So like a transformation Tuesday, but everything leading up to these weeks, you guys, is going to help you promote for the next week coming up. This is why it's so important to have like a marketing plan and what you're doing. And that's why it's also important to sit down and look at your schedule on a daily and weekly basis and figure out when it's best to invite people. So you'll see that in the first week of the month, why we're running the challenge group or the preseason is because we want you to try to hit Success Club in the beginning of the month. So you're not scrambling at the end. Now, do you have to follow this? No, you don't. You certainly don't. Can you add something else and team up with somebody? Absolutely. If you're not ready to do this, that's fine. But we just want you to know that this is what's going to be in place. We want to get some dates like for the next 4 months so you guys can all put it in your calendar. I'll definitely need your help with that so I can kind of like write it down while I'm looking at a calendar. But just know this is going to be it. And then there's going to be a call schedule that you'll need to know too. Okay, so this is what the calendar, if you're a visual person, this is what it would look like. So the first week of the month, I put just like highlights, and I'll share this with you guys, but like say in February, your first Friday of the month, so the first month, you can put like your little, first of the month, wake up, it's the first of the, no, I'm kidding. Whatever you do, I don't care, but do a call to action about challenge groups. And then that whole week, you're going to recruit for challenge groups and promote them. And you're going to do a last call on the 7th because we're doing challenge group sneak peeks all the way up until that Sunday night. And then it starts on the 11th. Makes sense? So preseason will start for challenge groups. And then you'll do, you can do like a last call. And I do that sometimes where like I'll add people last minute. It's not a big deal, you guys. Please don't get stuck on these schedules. Even if you're a person that's like very emerald and you're like very driven, don't ever deny someone the opportunity to change their life. I did that for the first 2 years of my business and it stifled me in so many ways because I was like, I can't start somebody in the middle of a challenge group on day 17 or day 1. And that's really silly because all you have to do is explain to that person, hey, listen, this is what's happening. And I want you to know that we have a challenge group running, but you can certainly come in and I'll do my best to recreate preseason and tag you in some posts to get you caught up. You're not behind. You're right with the crew. You're welcome. You're whatever. Okay. Don't ever feel like you can't invite people in the middle of a challenge group. That's my piece on that. Then we have the challenge group. Okay. So let me go back a little bit. You'll see also that I have here another date, or like on the week of the 10th in that little teal, like promoting the live workout, and above it, promoting the live workout, because I want you guys to remember that every single week, like throughout the week, you can promote that live workout and say, hey, you know, or you can post what you're doing on virtually. If you guys are working out with each other virtually, share that. Share whatever you're doing in your challenge tracker app, but keep promoting that live workout, because sometimes it just takes people 6 or 7 or 8 times to do that. Go in United or whatever, coach collaborations, and post pictures or videos of Christina Sullins like working out. You can't deny that chick's energy. And they're just gonna be like, what is this? Who is this? You know? And then the last couple weeks, so then you're gonna start recruiting in the week of the 17th, recruiting for upcoming sneak peek and coach group. Now, if you've never promoted for like a sneak peek or a coach group, and that's something that interests you, let's talk. Let's talk to your coach and let's figure out a way to do that. I know that the people that are kind of like been trying to build their businesses and, you know, share the coaching opportunity, you guys, even for me, this was so scary. It was so scary. I let somebody else do it for me for a really long time until I finally had someone pull me out of the ropes and be like, all right, you're doing it. I want you to do it. I want you to go live, or I want you to make a video about how to, you know, how you fit this into your day. Maybe that's it for you. But you also do not have to wait for a sneak peek every month to invite people to the opportunity. All month long, promoting that live workout, you're inviting people to the opportunity. Sharing that you made a certain amount of money because you know, bought a pair of boots or paid a bill in your home, share that all month long. You know, but looking at this, and I will share this calendar with you guys, and you can even just take it and recreate your own if you don't like the way it looks and the feel of it. It's nothing fancy. I threw this together really simply through Canva, but this is what your month is going to look like, and it's designed to help you funnel. It's a funnel. So we're really asking people to the opportunity. We're getting them in either with a free group. The only thing I'm doing in place of that second week is like replacing that with an email blast at the end of the month. But you can invite them to a free group if you don't have a huge client base. You can invite them to a challenge group, and then we're converting those challengers into the coaching opportunity. So now you have challengers that are going to keep coming into your business, and you want them to fall in love with the process, the challenge group that you're running, and you want them to be a part of what you're doing, you guys. That's why I said on the first slide, you sharing the products, you sharing your journey on social media, then inviting people, and then growing as a person, even when you get uncomfortable. This is how the system works. It's very simple, and then it just repeats itself every single month, and that is the name of consistency. This is something that I've been doing for years, and the only reason why I am where I am today. Is it always perfect? No, but it's a system. This is what Melanie Mitro does too. This is what every coach does. The monthly call schedule is definitely important to know. I really, really, really want you guys to start getting on Goal Getters calls, and I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, but if you try to learn everything from me or just your coach, you're missing a huge opportunity. It's kind of like just trying to learn everything from one parent or one friend or one sibling or whatever. You're just missing an opportunity to also connect with a bigger part of the team and somebody that could be like your soulmate. Like I found Courtney Anderson because I decided to connect with Goal Getters. And that is the truth of the matter. Now we get her as a gift on our team, right? So go on the Don't Be Scared of the Goal Getters team calls. Every first Monday of the month, we're going to do a new coach kickoff call, which is just that new coach workshop. It's going to be at 8 p.m. The second and fourth Monday, Goal Getters has a team call at 7 p.m. CST. And it's usually like Amanda's like killing it with training. You guys know she's my coach, or Lindsay's doing something. Or even if you get on those calls, you guys, and they keep seeing you, they're going to eventually invite you to host on that call. That's what happened to me. And I was like, what? But that's how I got out of my comfort zone. Okay. Second and third Thursday, we're going to do our monthly team call, unless I have to reschedule for some reason. And then the second and fourth Wednesday, we're going to be doing live power hours. But the exciting part about that is you guys are going to be running it. And if you say no, then I'll run it, which is no big deal. But guys, this is a huge deal because this gives you an opportunity to either do it yourself and really hone in on how to educate people on a power hour. You're doing something for yourself. You're doing something for the team. You're carving out time with your friends and family in advance to work the business. And then you can invite one of your coaches with you, or a friend with you, or a challenger with you on these live power hours and show people how we work our business. Ding, ding, ding. Another idea to invite people to the opportunity and see how much fun we have and that we drink wine or whatever. Okay. So team calls are going to happen on a monthly basis. This is what it's going to look like. Team calls. We're going to have guest speakers and leaders on our monthly team calls. I also didn't mention this, but another reason why I decided, again, not to host a free group, and it wasn't because I don't love you guys, but here's my thoughts. Because I want our team to grow and you guys to all be awesome, I feel like right now it's more valuable for me to take the time to fit in, once this gets rolling, to do an Emerald. I don't want to call it push anymore because that's a bad word to put in the universe apparently, but it'd take me to Emerald City group. Because here's the deal. If you can build a bunch of Emeralds, you can build any business. Taking people to Emerald every single month is going to help you hit Diamond. It's going to help your coaches hit Diamond. And in return, it's going to give you guys an investment on all this time you're putting forward. I guess my biggest thing that I'm struggling with is the guilt that a lot of you are working really hard in this business and you're not seeing a lot of financial income. So that made me look at myself as a leader and think about what this team needs. And that's why I don't think we need more free groups if our upline are doing it. I think we need more opportunities to help people learn how to make money in the business, because I want your husbands to stop hating Beachbody. I'm just kidding. I don't know if they do. I just know that there's a need for financial return on this, because I struggled with that in my marriage. And Mike was always like, what? You're spending all this money. Aren't you making money? Building Emeralds is the way to make money. Okay. So that's to come. I am doing the free content thing. I mentioned this. I have a comment on this. Is that okay? I can do the power hour in June. I love it. Yay. All right. Awesome. And you know what? When Jamie goes, maybe you can be her guest, or you can replace somebody else. Guys, I just put these names on here to like basically see if you guys wanted to do it. I just figured I'd ask like the leaders here if you guys want to divide and conquer. What I could do is maybe put a Google Doc in Push Play It Forward, and then you guys want to like sign up for it, and maybe we just do it that way. Or I just figured, hey, call people out. If they want to do it, great. If they don't, no big deal. But like the free content thing is going to be basically me giving my customers value. You, as you're talking to people, one of the things I want you to get used to the idea of is, in the world of social media, we know that like algorithms are kind of crazy, right? We don't know if everybody's always seeing our posts, and that's sometimes an excuse for people. It's been an excuse for me once. I don't look at it like that anymore. I look at it as an opportunity to figure out how to work through that. And I think one of the things that I keep hearing from all entrepreneurs and successful people is to build your email database. So I'd encourage you to do that. You can use your Beachbody customers, but you kind of do have to be careful of what you're sending them and how often, or, like that's why I really recommend MailChimp, because people can unsubscribe from you and then you're not like this pesty person, but you do have to let people know that you're a Beachbody coach and this is why this is why they're getting an email from you. But when I'm sending those, I want to make sure people are getting good content. So you can share any of my stuff that I put out there, but what I'm doing instead of a free group now is every single month, at the end of the month, I'm going to be sending them like recipes or morning routine tips, or if you've got any of my emails so far, you've kind of seen what I'm doing with that. The baby, oh yeah, that baby, you gotta be careful. Oh my God. Okay, so Power Hour leaders. Well, maybe you do it earlier then, Mandy, and thank you for volunteering to do that. So are you guys cool with that? I love it. I think this is all I really have. This is a really cool document that I found. It's a Power Hour checklist. Can you guys still see this? And I want to share this with you guys because this could be something for those of you that like were nervous about a Power Hour. I actually have a guide for you. I wouldn't just like throw you in there unless you really felt comfortable or you're like, dude, I can figure it out. Like I can Google Power Hours and see how other people did it. I'm fine with whatever way you decide to run a Power Hour, just as long as you are giving people, you know, the right instructions. This was a really cool guide. Reach out to 5 new people, you know, add at least 2 of these people on Facebook, or you can do it on Instagram. Send out 2 invites. That can be to anybody. Check into your challenge groups, answer questions, emails, whatever. This is kind of what you're doing in a Power Hour. And that way we have something where people are constantly moving their business forward, not just like once a month, but twice a month now. So even if you feel like you're crap 2 days out of that week, you have somewhere to go and you're like, I'm going to hop on a call with my team and get my shit done. And my husband knows, or my wife knows, or whatever, whoever you live with, your parents, they know that you just have this time and you need an hour to get your work done. So I thought that was like something that was really needed on our team. I would love to open it up now because I feel like I've been talking forever. Sorry, you guys. But I would love to hear like feedback, questions, comments, concerns, like what am I missing? Feel free to hop in. Like, what are you excited about? Are you overwhelmed right now? You shouldn't be. It's making your life easier, I promise.
I'm excited. Thank you for putting out, I think I'm really honestly the most excited about having a monthly schedule, because that was something I always struggled with when I first started coaching. Like, well, I don't want to invite somebody unless I exactly have something to invite them to, but it's less overwhelming, I think, as a coach at any stage of your business, to look at this, you know, February calendar and say, okay, I know that I'm going to do a call to action on this Sunday of the month because this is what I'm focusing on this week. And then next week, this is what I'm focusing on. That for me is it's something I've always wanted to really get a hold of. So that is my focus for February, is to really get in this routine of, you know, doing that focus once per week. And then it'll push you out of your comfort zone if you are maybe like me and you focus only on challenge groups because you're scared to invite to the business opportunity. It will force you to focus on that, even if you're terrified. Not terrified. I don't know what word you told me to use, Carly, but even if you're...
If you guys talk to me all the time, you know exactly what I said. I'd be like, Lindsay, stop putting that shit out in the universe. You're not terrified. You're gonna cry. I don't know what I said either, but no, I get it. And you know what I'm trying to do right now, and thanks for your feedback, Lindsay. What happened? Hey, do you want to say hi to the team?
My ice cream melted.
Oh man, it melted. But I was gonna share. Hold on, babe. Okay, I want to just show you guys really quick. January, this is hard to see. Let me see if I can save it. Eva, can you give me 1 second, baby girl? I know, honey, it just melts. That's what happens. I'm so sorry. Bad mom award. Okay. So I don't know where the heck I saved this, but I wanted to share that what Lindsay does. If you guys have a chance to, hang on 1 second. I'm going to put my phone on mute so Ava stops screaming. You guys just sat there in silence. Was that awkward? I'm just kidding. All right. So my point is our schedule aligns with theirs. This is really hard to see. But this first week, I think so the 7th, this would be the first Monday of every month, just like us, is the new coach mentorship. She just has her own group. She does the boot camp the second week. She does the sneak peek the third week. And then she has the free group the last week. Okay, so it's not the same. My bad. I looked at a different calendar, but that's okay. So she's technically having like a free group at the end of the month, the week that we're having a sneak peek, which is actually fine because you could still funnel people in as far as like where they're at. Okay, no, it's good. It's good. It aligns. But my point of this is you can look at Lindsay's or you can follow hers directly. I mean, seriously, you guys, the only reason why I created one is because I wanted you guys to have something to follow on a weekly, monthly basis. But you don't have to do everything that I do. You can do it your own way. I just want to know where my brain's at when I'm planning this and what I think is important to keep your business going at a momentum. And this did not take me long. This took me less than an hour to plan all this. But look, all of her posts leads into like a throwback Thursday because she's doing a coach mentorship, fit tip Friday. She actually plans out what she's going to post every single day. And if you look at her posts, she pretty much does it. And then she'll share something that's going on in her life. So it's very detailed in that sense. I'm more of like a creative person where I just need a guide and I'm like, okay, I'll crush that all week. Like you can tell my last week I've been promoting for the business opportunity because I know we're going to lead a sneak peek. But the last thing I wanted to do on this call, because I know we're running short on time, is I would love to, unless anybody has anything, like I'd love to get some dates on the calendar or get your feedback. Like, so what we would do, and this is what I've done with, I know like Katie and Lindsay and Jackie and Jamie even, just really put in our calendars like when we're running the next group. Now, I will say this, for a long time, I used to join my my upline coaches challenge groups. And that's just the way I did it because I didn't feel comfortable running my own challenge groups. And I think that's totally okay. But there will come a time where you want to run your own because you're going to be like, we all got like this. We all judge people and that's okay. And we're like, oh, I can't stand the way she does that. Or, oh, she's not posting or, And so at that point, dude, you're going to have to put your big girl pants on and start running your own groups and grab a friend. Don't ever try to do that part on your own because you will get burnt out. How many have ever tried to run groups on their own for a while and got burnt out? I know I did. Me and Jackie totally did. Lindsay probably did too. We were like, what are we doing? I miss you. But it's fine because we had to learn that the hard way. So it looks like from our calendar, feel free to take yourself up mute, guys. I'm going to do the month. So like our first challenge group would all right. So first things first, actually the sneak peek. Does anybody here on this call want to be a part of helping us do a sneak peek, like either live or in a regular group? Is there anybody out there that's looking to recruit or maybe test the waters and learn about it with us on the call? Invite to the opportunity. Jackie, you in? Anybody else? I can't see everybody. Lindsay, yay. Katie, is that a hand? Yes. Sorry, I can barely see you. You're like a people in the dark over there. I love it. Yay. Okay. Well, guys, if you change your mind on that, let us know. So just know that you got 4 red chicks that are going to run a sneak peek starting. So you guys, we have this whole last week. We'll huddle together in a message and figure that out and we'll share it with you. And we usually just set up an event and like you guys can invite people to it. And then that way you know that you're going to get 4 different stories. How we usually operate this is we all take a topic. Like we will pick 4 topics. We do, I don't want to be a salesperson. How to fit the time thing. And, you know, like Jackie's rocks that because she has like a full-time job and she talks about how she had no time when she starts this business. Like Lindsay would talk about how it's different from other MLMs. And Katie would talk about like how you don't have to be fit to be a coach. And I would talk about whatever, how you have fun. So we try to cover all topics and share our stories. And then you have 4 different perspectives on coaching. And then we answer any questions. Okay. So you are all welcome to invite to that. We're doors open for you. Okay. Then the next thing is going to be the sneak peek. So I have it on the 7th, but we could start on the 6th. Do you guys have a preference on that? Oh, I'm going to be at the Beachbody Leadership Conference. Whoops.
Carly,
Really?
what's the date for the new coach sneak peek again? I know we start the group a week from tomorrow. So is it this weekend that we're doing it, or
So this week.
this week? Okay. We haven't picked a day yet, though.
Yeah, we haven't picked a day, so we can just huddle up in a message if that's cool and like decide which day works for us. We can either spread it out into 1 day, 2 days. Maybe we just do that. Is that cool?
Yep.
Awesome. And then yes, the new coach group is going to start next Monday. So that's a big one. I have this all written in my calendar, guys, but like for me, I'm going to put here as a reminder, new coach. You guys use Google Calendars? It's the best because it just alerts your phone. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. So I'm just going to put myself a reminder there. But basically, that call is going to be, I'll share the document, but Courtney and I are going to lead it. And then the other leaders in this group are people who are building their business. Probably everybody that volunteered to do the sneak peek is going to like join us. And we're all going to kind of like huddle together and simply do the guided, hey, here's how you start your business off in the nicest way possible. So even if you guys want to come in just for this very first time and like learn about it, and maybe you don't feel comfortable like how new coaches start or how we go about this process, this is the call for you. You will learn so much trying to coach someone else through the coaching opportunity. You will feel so much more confident. Sorry, my thing keeps going off. I don't even know how to turn off this notification. If you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. But it's one of those things where you're gonna learn. Also, I learned more when I started running new coach groups because I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Oh. So my point is, you're welcome to come. And it's going to be very simple, not an everyday drill sergeant type thing. They're going to get a task. They're going to put in a Facebook group every other day. There's going to be a live once a week, calls, question and answers. A lot of people work full time when they're new coaches, so we don't want to overwhelm them. So then the sneak peek. Now, the sneak peek, guys, you don't necessarily have to do a sneak peek. You can just invite people regularly, but if you're interested in doing a sneak peek, reach out to me or your coach, and we will get you the guidelines to how to run one of those. Most people on here know what I'm talking about, so I won't get into detail, but you guys cool with starting a sneak peek on like the 6th or the 7th? We obviously do those personally, one-on-one. If you want to shadow somebody, let us know. But I will be probably doing mine on the 7th. And then we kind of just need like a name for anybody have any ideas of like what they wanted to do in February? So the things that I'm going to say will be, this is another thing I think of like business planning wise. One of the things that I thought of going into February is as we are sneak peek, challenge group. I'm just putting this in here. Valentine's Day is coming, and it's right in the middle of that like preseason, which is awesome because you can start out by helping someone with like the 3-day refresh. So they would go into preseason, prep all week, and then on Monday the 18th, they could start with a 3-day refresh and do that because they're eating out, whatever. It's just one of those things that's going to come. I'm glad that we're doing like our preseason that week because most people fall off when they have Valentine's Day, but we could do like, you know, something about love, like love yourself in freaking February. I don't know.
Do
Do you have
want
any?
to do like a couples one? No, it doesn't have to be like a couples challenge group where you have to do a couple, but like invite couples to do it.
That's a good idea. I love it. I love
Just
that.
something to think about. I know we do have a lot of Erica and her husband are crushing it. I have a couple challengers doing it with their spouses, and I think they're doing better because of it, because they have that support. So I don't know, just a thought.
That's awesome. And I think that's smart too, because it's like, it gets your husband or whatever off the couch with you. Like, you need that. That's awesome. That's a great idea. I feel like you did that around this time. Was that last year? Maybe the year before. That's awesome.
We learned some things from it.
That's right. You did. I remember you and Patrick he wasn't really working the business then. He was, but he wasn't.
It wasn't a rock star group, but we learned a lot from it. So we have
Cool. Well, there you go, guys. Couples ideas. You could do, I don't know, Cupid Shuffle in there. I'm just making shit up right now. But these are the things you want to think of in advance. And like, even when you're planning out your months, now it's easier because you know when they're going to be every single month. But think about what happens in March. Like, how many weeks out are we from spring break? These are the things marketing people think about. Think about when you go to a job. You don't just show up at a job and they're like, oh, I'm going to throw something together this month. Like, no, they plan out months and months in advance. And that is the proof of why it works. Teachers do this. Corporate companies do this. I mean, I would sit in corporate meetings for like hours and I'm like, why don't I do this with Beachbody? It's not that hard. Now I know a way to consistently move my business forward and make money, right? So, sorry, I feel like I'm just chatting, but why don't we, for sake of time, because I know it's 9:04 and I don't want to keep everybody on, you guys do me a solid and let me know. My follow-ups are going to be this. I'm going to create a document for power hours. Eric, I'm totally adding you on here now, boo. And you guys just figure out when you want to sign up. If you don't want to be involved, no judgment. It's all good. You don't have to run a power hour. Do I think you should? Hell yeah. Amy, I don't even have you on here. The hell? You're on here. But I just want you guys to know that leading something like this is going to help you with your business, because it's going to help you teach someone else how to do a power hour. Once you learn how to teach somebody how to do it, you do it better automatically. So power hours, I'm going to do some ideas for challenge groups other than Lindsay's. I love hers. What else do I owe you guys? I'll post this calendar. Oh, Team Cup follow-up. See how organized I am, you guys? This is my life. Just kidding. And then I'm going to start a 4-way message with Katie and Jackie about the sneak peek, and we'll set up an event and get that to you guys. All right. But look, we pretty much, other than having a team name, we have our month planned out. Like, there's little things that have to be done in between, but you have a place to invite people on so many different levels. Live workout, challenge group. You could do a 3-day refresh because you could just throw them in a challenge group. And I have an email that you can send a 3-day refresh people if you need it. Send them an email. You don't have to run a 3-day refresh group. They're still going to have the support and accountability. You got a place to invite people to the business opportunity on 2 different levels next month. If you cannot crush next month, I'm not really sure how or why. You have everything you need to be successful. The only thing that's standing in the way of you and your success is you. And I say that with complete love because I needed someone to tell me that. So we're here for you. I'm always here for you. My inbox is open. Always. I don't know if I'll get back to you right away, but like, if there's anything we can do to help, please let me know. Anybody have anything or questions before we bounce? No? All right. Well, thank you for being on. There's any feedback, feel free to shoot me a line. I do not run my business perfectly, and I will admit that. And I'm always open to suggestions and ideas of how to do things better to better serve you guys. And I never really had that mindset before, and I'm glad I do now because, I mean, again, there's no I in team. And I hope you guys know that you can, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Seriously. All right, you guys, have a great night. Thank you so much, and love y'all. Peace. Have a great night.
Oh, picture. Wait.
Oh man, I had to stop recording. Okay, I'm not leaving. It looks so good. Katie, you're lucky we can't even see you. Just see your boobs. I'm just kidding. Amy's face. Jeez. Okay, the record's off now. You guys can swear.
No, it's still recording.
Steph, hi. I didn't see you. Oh, it is recording. Thanks, Lindsay. Shit.